Good morning, everybody. It is February 25th, 2023. Mike Barr here, and this is my Safety Sunday message for today. I'd like to talk a little bit today about safety leadership and, of course, the importance of that. I think some of you have probably read on the forum or on the Facebook page. There has been at least 3 more serious injuries and fatalities this past week. I think there's been two fatalities confirmed and 1 serious injury. So things just keep rolling along. I think we went 10 days in between fatalities in the industry. So it still just isn't good, guys. We're just still having too many of these things occur. And as I've said in the past, we are saving more lives and preventing more injuries than we did, 10, 15 years ago. But things are still not good. We need to do better, and I think we can do better. And I strongly believe that 0 really is the only acceptable number when it comes to fatalities and these serious injuries. So, 100% of what's happening, guys, is the result of either the action or inaction of some individual somewhere, sometime. And, the individual that's experienced the accident, of course, may not be the one that caused it, but somewhere, sometime, there's an act or a failure to act by an individual or individuals which created the circumstances for what's taking place. So, again, we can do better. And as I've said in the past on some of my other videos, that I get approached all the time, and people say, well, it's just the fault of the individual, and there's nothing we can do to prevent some of these, and I just don't accept that. Everything we do in the workplace is driven by the culture. The workplace culture drives everything we do. So accidents don't just happen. They're caused by a combination of factors that we can identify and correct. It's not something that we don't have control over. So what I want to talk today about is our safety leaders, which is really everybody out there, but especially, our supervision in the field. They're the ones that set the standards and the values. They're the ones that are going to connect and motivate and inspire others to work safely. They're visible on the front line, and they've got to lead by example, and they've got to work proactively to reduce the risk. And they've got to be those that will only do something if they can do it safely. So the supervision in the field is somebody who not only exhibits personal safety behaviors, but inspires everybody on the crew to do the same. These are the ones that not only follow safety procedures to the letter, but speak up in a constructive way when they see others that may not be doing something in a safe manner. So. And this behavior-based safety is what we're all trying to achieve, relies on the trust between labor and management. And we've got to earn that trust. Management's important, but without strong leadership, you can manage all you want, but all we really get is a nice set of safety manuals sitting on a shelf collecting dust. So labor also is obviously important, but without leadership, all we get is a series of failed attempts at system improvement. And so that field leadership is one of the keys to solving this problem. The supervisor is the one who can take immediate and direct action to make sure that their crew and their work area is safe and helpful for everybody on the crew. The supervisor is the only person who can control the employees, the equipment, and the working conditions on on a daily, full-time basis. And they're also the ones that bear the greatest responsibility and accountability for implementing the program, the safety program, because it's them that works directly with the employees. So it's important that these guys understand and apply these management and leadership principles to the safety and health of, to make sure employees are injury free. And it takes a lot of courage to do this. It really does. A person who has the courage to demonstrate that they value safety by working and communicating with their crew to identify and limit these hazardous situations, even when it means, they're working under these job pressures and scheduling and costs. There just cannot be any deviation. And these guys out there in the field, the crew members, they learn from their leaders. They notice when corners are cut, or when safety policies and procedures are not followed, or if they give inconsistent safety messages. These guys notice it. This is not things that go unnoticed. So, if you are a supervisor, if you're in a leadership position and you're not actively engaged in, the relentless pursuit of really being brilliant in your role, then really you should get out of the way and make way for someone who understands how important it is. And I think that's really key, because, leadership is not power. If leadership means you have the capacity to bring about, the desired outcomes and prevent those that are not desired. And leadership doesn't come from status or position or expertise. It's just because you're in a leadership, it does give you power, but it doesn't make you a leader. And leadership can be used for good or bad. It's ethically neutral. So, you can use it however you want. And again, I think it takes a tremendous amount of courage to be an effective safety leader or an effective supervisor or foreman leading a crew. You've got to be fearless, and you've got to have the fortitude to carry out, the assignments that's been given to us, and to accept the risks of leadership. So, and again, it's those in the field that set the tone for the safety culture. And it has a direct effect on morale and performance. Whatever it is that our supervisors give to the group, it's going to be given back. And whatever the leader expects of their crew, it's going to be expected as you as well. So if the leader, the supervisor, wants employees to care about their work, then they've got to, demonstrate that they care about their employees. And if the leader expects the employees to be loyal, then obviously they've got to be loyal as well. So again, you're going to get what you give. And if you want to be trusted, you've got to trust. If you want the commitment, then you've got to make that commitment yourself. So everything the leader does in the field or with his crew is going to create a story in which people talk about every morning, every evening, everything that leader does is going to, again, create that story that people are going to talk about. And it can be negative or it can be positive. So we've got to have people out there that are tough, but they care. And it's really tough, caring leadership is really the only approach that's going to be successful. A tough, caring leader, insists on safety compliance. They just don't encourage it because they truly care about the safety and the health and the success of their employees. And really, guys, that's what it's all about. So we've just got to be able to change our culture to one where nobody gets hurt and where we can eliminate these serious injuries and fatalities that are occurring at a much too frequent rate. So again, guys, be careful. Do your best to follow, the rules and the regulations, and think about what you're doing always. And remember, you're the last one to have the hands on it, the last one to have that chain of thoughts go through your mind on what got you where you're at right now, what you're about to do, and what the potential outcome is. Just you. So let's be careful, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks.